All right, man. When are y'all gonna get it, man? When are you gonna get it? It makes me. It's disturbing to see that people are still going through the same thing with this whole racism thing. Other people have said it before, and I'll say it again. This is a setup, man. It's all a setup. This racist stuff, and people using the N word, and cops being killed, the Oscars, snubbing, different kind. It's all set up, man. It's all set up to piss people off. Now, I can actually say not a lot of people are that pissed off. They're just like, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, when I hear a lot of people also saying that racism doesn't exist and, this is not blah blah blah, or they'll say a racist term and say they're not racist. Okay, let me tell you something. There's a certain time and place to say certain things and do certain things in a certain way. Now, depending on when you do those things, depending on the situation, how it's said, and everything else, you can't blame someone for believing that or thinking that. Even if you don't have a racist body in your bone, you got black friends, you got white friends, whatever. But here's the thing, is I have seen black people kind of get that race freebie, I might add. It's a race freebie. And I've seen it a lot. You don't hear people talking about it a lot, but I think I'm seeing that now. And I'm like, that's interesting because, you know, I see a lot of people, saying whitey and stuff like that. And I understand, look, I understand it's not as powerful as the N word. It's not as powerful as saying, hey, you nigger. It's not that powerful. And it's funny when I say it. It cracks me up. I say it to my wife all the time, and I'll ask my wife, but come on, just say it one time. Say it one time for me. And she won't say it. But, I'm black. My wife is, she's white. She's Italian. But, I mean, it makes me laugh because, people can say, and, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. It's this thing that happened with this former wrestler, this female wrestler. And, it's like, okay, look, if a, a person other than a black person uses the N word, it's not that they use it in the way. Well, it's not that they use it in the it's the You know what I'm saying? So if let's just say, I have some white friends. They come up to me like, "Hey, what's up, my nigga?" I'll be like, "Oh, what's up, dog? What's up, my nigga?" That's perfectly fine. Let's get that straight. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that, people. Nothing. And even if you watch, one guy I used to be subscribed to his channel, Mark Dice. He went out and he did something pretty funny. He went out and asked just random people, if he could have the nigga pass, and they gave it to him. So it just shows that this whole race thing is bullshit. It's something that's been fueled and that's been set in, back in time for a long time in order to get us to where we're at right now. Yes, slavery was a bad thing. Slavery was a horrible thing. This country has an awful past, and not just with slavery, also with Hispanics, also with the Native Americans, also with all different kinds of it. This has been happening for years. This has been happening as long as man existed. Slavery. It was back in the Egyptian era, it was back in the Roman Empire, and, so on and so forth. And now, believe it or not, it's more acceptable. It's modern day slavery today. And it's not just because of being black or, whatever. It's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're put down no matter what color you are. Now, I will say, because of the hatred that people have in their hearts, there are those who, they choose to do certain things in certain ways. And I'm sorry if the camera's shaking. I'm holding it. But, people, that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. You know, Racism is one thing, but racism with people is another. And what I'm trying to say is a person that's racist has that in their heart already. It's foolishness. They're not aware of the foolishness is because they've been taught that, so they believe what they're doing is right. That's why racism exists today as it is. That's why things happen the way they happen is because you're raised to believe certain things, you're taught certain things, and then you go forth with that in your daily lives going ahead. That's it. It's all about how you're raised. Now, once you break yourself from that mold of what they call the Matrix, this is the Matrix, folks. This ain't no joke. That movie, The Matrix, pretty damn accurate to what's going on right now. I've made videos about it in the past before. But if you want to know a little bit more in depth about the whole N-word situation, watch this video. Racism and the N-word. Check it out. Spread the word, because I can tell you right now, 20 minutes long, but it's got a bunch of good information when it comes to racism and the N-word. I'm surprised I only got 25 views on that, but you know why? Because it makes sense. It's not a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. It's not pointing the finger at this person saying this is wrong. I'm explaining why things the way they are. Now, like I said, now that I'm done rambling this whole situation, this wrestler named Sonny used the N-word on Twitter. Now, you know what? The first thing I thought when I saw this was, oh damn, she didn't call somebody a nigger. Oh, it's over. It's done. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't pull a Hulk Hogan. She didn't pull that. What she said was, what up, my nigga? Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. This girl was around black people. I mean, okay. For instance, they try to get Mr. McMahon for that junk too, and because he said nigga. Same thing. Nigga, and I explained this in my video. You need to watch this video right here. You need to spread it, because, man, this sickness with the whole racism crap is really getting on my nerves. And people need to understand the truth. And you know what? I get it. Y'all just want to be idiots and zombies throughout your entire lives. Okay? You know what? I'm not the smartest person in the world, and I've said this before. But I ain't stupid. And I ain't dumb. And I'm not going to fall into the gap like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to figure things out for myself. I'm not going to go just listen to this person and that person and this person and that person. You know what? I'm going to do the research for myself. None of y'all do that. Same thing with this situation here. Jessica Lane Chambers, a girl who was murdered. Someone tried to turn this around and made it into, oh, it was the black guys that did it. No, it was no black people that did this. Her own people did this to her. And I mean her own people. I mean her own family or her own friends. And they weren't black. That's all I can tell you. If you look at this video, same thing. But see, like I said, look, 38 views. No one cares. You know why? Because it's the truth. And the truth obviously doesn't have enough juiciness to it. I mean, I think the truth has plenty of juiciness. I really do. But back to this. She said, what up, my nigga? I'm going to tell you again. I had an argument with a friend about this whole nigga and nigger situation. Nigga, look, it's spelled N-I-G-G-A. Okay, nigger is spelled N-I-G-G-E-R. Now, these are two different words. They're not the same because they're not spelled the same. It's a breaking down of the word, but more of them taking it from the racism part, from the white man. If you notice, if you look at the history of that word and why it changed to nigga, because that's what they used to call each other back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because it was that brotherly love or just even brotherly hate, depending on if you was a house nigga or a farm porch nigga, whatever. Either way. But see, that's the case, people. This whole racism thing is getting out of hand. You know what? Okay, let me put it this way. Eminem is a white rapper. One of the best rappers in the game. The best lyricist in the game. Period. I don't care what anybody says. I love Tupac, Biggie, all that. You know, before a white boy, you got to give him the crown. Not even Jay-Z. Jay-Z, his music has been trash lately. I ain't really heard nothing from him that was actually had me like, That's last time I heard something from Jay-Z that was actually, killing it was probably, I can't even name. There's so much stuff he has out there, but at the same time, I'm not, Kanye West. What happened to him? Same thing. That boy just annoys me now. I don't even care about him no more. But the fact of the matter is, people, I'm trying to say is Eminem was hated off the top because he was white, but he killed motherfuckers with his... He killed it. He killed it. Excuse my language. I get excited when I talk about this kind of stuff, but he killed it. He's still killing it. I mean, right now, he really don't have to do nothing. But the fact of the matter is, he's one of the best in the game. Period. Vanilla Ice looks like, I don't know, a leaf on the ground blowing through the wind compared to Eminem. But people, this is what's going on. It's this whole race thing. It's this whole race agenda to, cause people to not see what's going on behind the veil. The veil's going to be lifted, and you're going to see it for yourself, but it's going to be too late by that time. And even then, still, you're going to be like, oh, well, yeah, y'all need to wake up, man. If you're black and you got white friends, it's all good. If you're white and you got black friends, it's all good. None of this color crap should even... The only thing that should matter to you going forward is how a person treats you. That is it. That's it. I get looked at funny all the time. Walking down the street and everything else. People look at me like, oh shit, oh my God, it's a black dude. I better run. I mean, come on now. Seriously? If I was going to do something to you, I wouldn't let you know about it. I sneak up on you like Dexter. Why would I even let you know I'm there? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm serious. I walked into the Circle K and this white woman got scared like a mug. And I was like, are you kidding now? Yeah, you know what? I was in a hoodie. I was wearing all black, whatever. But at the same time, I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, girl, if I was going to get you, I would just get you. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't have time to think about, oh my God, there's a black guy. You wouldn't even have time to think about that. But this is the kind of junk from the way society is and the way black people have been portrayed over the years. I can't blame the woman, but at the same time, not every black man is a criminal. I can tell you right now, if 10, I'll say this way, 9 out of 10 times, a white man that comes to a white person's door is more likely to kill you than a black dude. Just saying. Just saying. That's a fact. I don't care what anybody says. That's a fact. Who do you know? Who's most known for, mass murderers, killers, rapists? White people. Or Mexicans sometimes. But this is the truth. Look at the statistics of the crazy crap. I have never, barely ever, the majority rules on psycho killers being white. Just saying. So most likely you're gonna get you're gonna get psycho killed by a, freaking white dude. I mean, if black dude, you probably get robbed or stabbed or shot or something like that. But, in most cases, some crazy junk only a white person's gonna do to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, there might be some black people out there and different people, but if you look at the statistics of it, how many famous serial killers are there out there who were black? End of story. But anyways, back to this, folks. I've been gone for a while. I've been seeing a lot of stuff going on, and it's just, I'm just shaking my head, man. Time is close. Time is near. I just see everybody doing this stuff. You can check this out on Yahoo News. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was totally hilarious. I went through the whole thing. And look, even she says here, she said, but black people, or she said back, black people can use the words whitey, cracker, etc. And that's not racist. Well, you know what? She's got a point. It is racist. But you know what? At the same time, I'm sorry, Tamara, but you have to understand is that white people weren't in slavery. And I've had people tell me this too. It's like, oh yeah, the white people were. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Okay. So if that's the case, then maybe we should have had more black presidents than white presidents. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Got one black president out of all of them. And he ain't worth no good. He ain't even black. I can't even call him my nigga. I can't even call him my nigga because he's wrapped around the whole Illuminati devil worshipping agenda. I can't do that. I'm sorry. He ain't my nigga. But, you see, that's the thing, is people don't understand. You know, yes, black people can be racist. Yes, they can. And they shouldn't. I know a lot of black people that feel like they have a right to be that way, but you don't. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Remember that whole little saying? A lot of people, what the hell does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, that saying is, if you don't want nobody being racist towards you, then you probably don't want to be racist towards them. Just cut off the whole racist crap, everybody. Just cut it out. Cut it out. Y'all hating for no reason. Black people hating on white people. Black people hating on Mexican people. Mexican people hating on black people. White people hating on black people. White people hating on Mexican people. White people hating Chinese people. It's freaking retarded, man. It's racism has been a part of history, no matter what color you are. Bruce Lee went through racism too when he was teaching the the Guaylo, because that's what it's called back home where he lives. But he called it Jeet Kune Do here, but it's called the Guaylo. And they told him, they was like, no, you can't be teaching Whitey and Blackie. You can't be teaching them our secrets. See, this racism thing has been going on forever. So, but it's the simple things like that. It's like, you're trying to protect your culture and your secrets. You don't want nobody knowing what you know. Just like Homegirl with the cocoa butter. That was hilarious. I don't know if you guys seen that video. But if you haven't seen the video about the white girl going crazy about black people not telling her about the cocoa butters, or as she put it, the butters, you got to check that out. It's hilarious. But anyways, people, come on now. Y'all should know better. That's all I'm saying. Cut this whole whitey, blackie thing out. We all live on the same planet. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. The N word for me is nigger. Okay? If someone says, hey, you fucking nigger, I'm going to be pissed off. Now, if someone comes to me and says, hey, what's up, my nigga? I'm like, oh, yeah, what's up, dog? What's up, my nigga? Whatever, blah, 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 blah. Whether they're black, white, Mexican, I don't care what the fuck they are. I'm not going to be pissed off about that, because it depends on how they use the word and what their intent is. And people argue the fact that nigga and nigger are the same. No, they're not. They don't mean the same thing, and it's not the same. There's plenty of words out there. If you look at your dictionary, okay, there's a lot of slang out there too that's not in the dictionary. But the fact of the matter is, you can see it for yourself. There's a lot of words that sound the same, mean two different things. These words don't even sound the same. They sound similar, familiar, but they're not the same. Study your fucking, excuse my language, your common sense here, people. I mean, we all went to school. We all did grammar and what's going on? How do you not know the difference between your vowels, your pronouns, how do you not know? How do you not know? I mean, you showing how stupid you are right now. Some of the smartest people in the world are the dumbest. I swear, man. You got degrees, all this crap. You don't know nothing about nothing. All you know about was in the books. Your common sense level is totally out the door. So I don't care how smart you is. If your common sense ain't on point, see you later. But anyways, I had to make this video. Check out my video, Racism in the N-Word. Spread that out. Because people need to stop with the stupid crap. Seriously. Quit it. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? It ain't going to happen, because y'all raised the way y'all raised, and, you learn the things you learn, and, people give you not every white person is trailer park trash. Just saying. I can tell you right now, Donald Trump, he probably started out as trailer park trash. There you go right there. You see him? Mr. Trump right there. He probably started out like Bristol, Palin, and all the Palin, same thing. They probably started out like that. They probably still got some of that trailer park trash in them. But we all got our faults. We all got our faults. Start judging people at face value. Judge them for who they are, how they treat you, how they act, so on and so forth. Now, that can be tricky too. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some people, they're just too, you're like, wait a minute, something's wrong with this guy. But there's so many different levels to this whole situation, not just for racism, but with everything that people do in their everyday lives. A clean person versus dirty person. And that's a good one too. A lot of people will freak out if a person's too clean. Why? Why wouldn't you want to be clean? You want motherfuckers to be dirty and filthy and shit? So you can accept the person that's filthy as fuck, but a person who's neat and clean, yeah, something ain't, no. You know what? I'm out. That's all I got to say. Peace.